Tyler, what do you want to talk about today? Well, let's
shredded cheese.
Let's direct it towards Deadpool 3.
Let's do it.
And more of a broader topic. I'm getting real upset with Twitter, as always. Mostly because of the people I follow.
Yep.
I get a lot of scoops.
Do you do for you or following?
It's for you. I should stick to following because the for you is where I get all the the bad stuff, like spoiling some stuff that might have been cool to see in a theater.
It's based off who you follow, so then
I know.
We all know how the algorithms work, and the more people you follow, the more similar whatever.
But I swear, it really is, we talked about this before. There really is a level of just spoiling crap constantly, and I don't understand it. I just why don't people want to be surprised by things? Like, first of all, it's bad enough they announce things in advance because they're publicly traded companies, so they want to get out there like, oh, this movie star is playing this character, Like, it would be more fun for it to be more of a surprise. It's just.
So there wasn't really a lot of like spoiler. I mean, there was.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, but the internet has created this spoiler kind of.
Can we just say it? You know what? If you don't want this spoiled, a potential spoiler.
Pizza time.
Yeah.
One more time. Potential.
Pizza time.
But
spoilers now.
When the first Star Wars, what was it called?
Phantom Menace?
No, the episode.
The original,
7, I guess.
Oh,
episode 7.
Just Star Wars?
No, the
New Hope.
J.J. Abrams.
Oh, Force Awakens.
I know you can't see it, but I just rolled my eyes so hard I sprained my neck.
This is the second episode we've recorded this week, and this is the second time you've talked about J.J. Abrams. Leave it alone, man.
When that movie was coming out that December, we all knew.
Oh my God.
No. All year long, I worked with a guy named Alan, and he actually does movie reviews. He's really cool. We should put that Twitter up somewhere, or see if he wants to do a review of our show. It sucks.
1 star.
1 star out
half
of
a star.
90.
I think that you can't even get a half star.
I don't think so. Oh, I can get a half star if I want to.
What does that even
I know a guy.
I'll get you. I can get you a half star by the end of the night.
Hey, dude! I can get you a pinky toe. Hell, I can get you one with.
I need that drop.
Yeah. Just for this conversation.
Quip.
But all year long, like, we kept talking about different things like that we thought would happen, and I revealed to him at one point. I was like, I don't know. Usually I'm not into spoilers, but all year so far, it was probably the summertime at that point. And I was like, all year so far, every time I see something about spoilers for Force Awakens, I open it and I read it. I can't help myself. And that was the last time that I really spoiled myself, I guess, or sought it out. My Twitter feed is generally #recovery posse, because that's kind of my shit. And also for musicians.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a lot of entertainment people that I follow. And then the other thing, too, is that I used to go to those websites, cbr.com and comic book.
It's just comic book news. I think it's just comic book.
Something.
There's
a couple of them.
Comicbook.com.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are very similar in tone and very whatever, and they're pretty, whatever. And I used to really like that stuff, but I don't know why I just don't anymore. I just don't go to those. I'm on Twitter more, I guess. So I don't.
Oh, I get it spoiled on Twitter all the time.
I'm not in the way, but like I said, my For You and my following is way different than yours.
I think we've danced around it long enough. So if you've been staying with us this long, we can talk about it.
Don't spoil it for me.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
Deadpool 3?
No.
See, this is the part where I wish I had. I wish I had a beep button on deck so I could just beep myself in real time. Because now I'm going to have to spoil this, because I thought you knew about this. I sent you the rundown. So we're going to talk about this.
Okay, well, I read the rundown. I don't
put anything of what the spoiler is.
Okay, see, that's what I thought. Oh, it's a plot point?
I don't know what it is.
Well, just tell me.
The set photos are apparently that Sabretooth is in it. And
that's nothing to me.
his head is
okay.
Wolverine chops his head off.
Okay.
Pretty much.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me like Galactus showed up or some shit,
No.
which would be fucking
But
cool.
still, I would have liked to have seen that in the movie.
Right.
And I kind of like that they're alluding to his original design in the first movie instead of the Liam Schreiber version, which I will say Liam Schreiber is very good in that movie.
Yeah, he's great.
Hugh
You
Jackman,
just the
Hugh
design
Jackman
of
and Liam Schreiber deserved a better movie.
yes.
Because the movie wasn't bad because of them. They did the best that they could with what they had. Those two on screen were the best together on the screen.
Did
were
you
the
know
best part
Liam
about
Schreiber is
And that
married
is-
to Naomi Watts?
But you know what would have been cool to see in that Deadpool movie? That happen and not potentially get it spoiled.
What a power couple.
Who?
Naomi Watts. Did you know that he's married to her?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fucking thanks.
Fucking thanks, fuckface.
Nice.
Said, hey, let's try
What were we
not
talking about
swear
swearing?
as much. You can't censor me.
Fart.
I'm gonna start beeping you
All right.
in real time. Beep. Try that again.
Well, fuck. Wait, let's try
It's always late.
let's
It never
try it.
hits it.
Let's try it again. Son of a bitch. What the hell was that?
I was trying to reverse.
Shit.
I was trying to reverse
Wait,
you.
shit.
You know you could do that.
In a rap song? Yo, I was rolling down the street.
Whenever I had to edit songs, I would always do that. I would always put it in reverse instead of put space.
See, I just don't edit myself in my songs. I have no desire
when
to be
I
on
had
mainstream
to edit
radio.
songs,
I mean, I do,
is what I was
and I
saying.
can edit a
Not
song.
me personally.
No, I know. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Oh, you heard me?
Nice.
We already did that one.
Sorry. Nobody's gonna listen to this show, and if anybody gets mad, off topic is in the name. I'm just gonna say it because I was trying to talk about the Sabretooth thing still, and then
So
Naomi Watts.
more than
Who's
anything,
Naomi Watts?
really, she was in The Ring.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's been in
Yeah, I know.
Mulholland.
Should've
Was it
just said
Mulholland
the
Drive?
ring. Say less. I know.
Oh, sorry. My favorite
It's okay,
role she
buddy.
was in was I
love
Heart
you.
Huckabees. Underrated movie. Do you ever seen that?
Not a fan.
What?
Not a fan of that movie.
Really?
Sabretooth, man. We're back to
You're
Deadpool
not a
3.
fan of I Heart Huckabees? It's hilarious. Dude, it literally ends with Mark Wahlberg getting hit in the face
Hey,
with a
bro.
Yeah.
I'm in I Heart Huckabees. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I'd like to think
I
if he
fucking
ever
love
heard
your
this,
Mark-
he would beat the shit out of me in real life. We're off the trail. The main
So Sabretooth.
the main thing I wanted to take from this whole thing with Deadpool 3 was which
and we're back.
I feel like I should edit that whole chunk out of the well, at least in the video, not the pod. You got to deal with it. You're 126
Listen,
episodes.
you know what you
in.
signed in
You know what
on.
this shit is.
We never get from point A. We never get from point A to
Don't
point
make me
B.
do it. I will.
Okay.
Get your ass to Mars.
So anyway, Sabretooth.
Oh yeah. No, the main topic that I really wanted to pull from it was the idea of again, why are we in this era of such scoop clickbait fucking spoiler culture? And it's frustrating because
in the violent
what I think is most frustrating, I want to put a bow on that. And my whole thing is what's frustrating for me, and we've talked about it. My last two theater experiences have really put me in a spot where I am where a lot of Americans are, and I think a lot of people around the world are, where it's
fuck movies.
the movie theater is too expensive now for a lot of people.
And then we have to wait 40 minutes after the said time.
When my son can finally go to see movies, it's gonna end up probably being around $40 to $50 for snacks, tickets, all of that. And
Our 2 tickets was 20.
I
taxes and shit.
think a lot of the joy of movie theaters is getting sucked out of it for me when you spend so long doing these advertisements. So when I don't see a movie fucking opening weekend because I don't want to, because I'm like, I could just wait for this to be on HBO Max. I could just wait
In
for
a
this to be
couple
on
weeks,
Disney
in a
Plus.
couple fucking weeks,
Like 45 days.
a lot of stuff still
But
goes
if
to
I happen
streaming
to fucking
the
open
same
Twitter,
day it goes on in the theaters.
I get stuff spoiled. And there's a time for spoilers, in my opinion. I think about a year should be enough, or a couple months. After it's been out on Blu-ray and streaming, I feel like you can start spoiling.
See, nobody spoiled what you were talking
Anyway,
about Endgame.
I
but-
went on a long diatribe. What were
No,
you
but
gonna say?
nobody spoiled. Nobody spoiled.
Neither
Captain America getting Mjolnir. Nobody spoiled that. I remember very distinctly. It was cool as shit, and I didn't know about it.
And
I still didn't know about it 3 weeks later. If I had never gone to see the movie, I wouldn't have known about it because I still didn't see
you
anything.
know what my
about
favorite part was?
What?
When Tom Holland's Spider-Man showed up in Endgame, and
Yeah.
he caught the gauntlet, and I was like,
Video
whip,
game.
swing the web.
it. Wow.
But no,
But in
Infinity,
the
Infinity
trip-
War and Endgame, nobody said anything.
Yes.
Like, we all agreed. These are the movies we are not going to spoil, and we're going to give a decent amount
Well,
of
look,
time before
I-
we talk about
I
spoilers.
didn't get spoiled about the end credits of the Marvels.
I did.
I didn't.
That's what I mean. People
I'm
suck.
thinking you just need to change your algorithm. But
I do.
but-
I do.
but-
But my point is, I shouldn't
You're
have
right.
to tailor my
hang on,
experience, my
but
Twitter to that.
based on what you're talking about, that is something
should
you
mark
should
this
do
shit.
to help. But one thing is that in the violent and often turbulent landscape of
I was trying to distract you to work. Sorry.
fucking douche. I thought you were going like
Well,
an
I was just
earthquake.
saying, I got
like
I was saying I
violent,
had a point
turbulent.
after you, and I
The
fucked
landscape of internet news, whatever that is, fucking who knows.
It up. Entertainment news is weird.
Well, listen, here's the other
Weird
thing is
world.
that, there's a couple of websites that have kind of weathered the times and are still around and have been around for a while. But every so often, every couple months, a new one pops up and another one dies. And that's just the way it is. And in this, jumping from job to job to job, freelance, the way it is set up for freelancing, you have a lot of people jumping from place to place, and that doesn't allow these places to thrive. CBR.com is one that I talked about. It's been around for a long time, and it's pretty respected because they've been able to set the structure of the place where they get freelancers, but there's also a structure on top. There's a leadership structure. And a lot of what you're talking about is people are trying to get the scoop
Yep.
for their own site.
So they can get featured in something.
Especially if they ain't got shit on their site. They ain't got no traffic on their site. Ooh, but wait, I got the scoop about this.
Yep.
Bam, my site is all of a sudden I got 100,000 visitors today. Okay? And that's a problem. And whether you like it or not, back in the day when you had newspapers, each city had a newspaper and whatnot, that was kind of good because obviously it was bad because, only a select few controlled the flow of news and whatnot. But it was good in the respect that you had a place to turn to for the news. Oftentimes it was wrong and distorted and written by rich assholes, and that's why we're in the fucking quagmire we are today.
Giggity.
But again, it's clickbaity and it sucks, but
Yeah. Well, and I think
it's just the world we live in, man.
all I'm saying is I think more sites like Reddit, I think, handle spoilers pretty well. Because usually if it's a spoiler, it's in a subreddit that, yes, is tied to your algorithm. But most of the time, in a lot of subreddits, the spoiler is a tag and it blurs the image. So you don't see it unless you actively click on it, which I wish Twitter would have. I wish there were spoiler tags in Twitter, so if I want to be spoiled, I can. But
you know
you're
what I wish
right.
Twitter didn't have? Racist.
That's
Thanks, Elon. You fuck.
I either get spoilers or I get Nazis. There's no in between.
I'm changing.
And you know what?
I'm changing my long box.
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now.
Yes.
That is the most honest interpretation of the internet right there. Either spoilers or
Or
Nazis.
Nazis.
In between, porn. That's that.
Porn and video
Because
games.
there is porn on Twitter. So.
And you know what? Thank God for all the gamer girls who have turned porn and video games into into synergy. Thanks.
What a time to be
I
alive.
don't know why you did that, but and And in fact, I'm not watching the game at all. I'm watching. You're sitting there naked playing your game. I also don't watch those videos because that's kind of boring. Just watching a naked person play video games. Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of boring. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.